The aim of net wall games is to send the ball back to the opponent so that they are unable to return it or are forced to make an error. Serving is the only time the object is held. The aim of territory invasion games is to invade the opponent's defending area to score a goal while simultaneously protecting your own goal. The aim of target games is to send away an object and make contact with a specific stationary target in fewer attempts than an opponent. The aim of battling fielding games is to place the ball away from fielders in order to run to the bases and score more runs than the opponents.
About soccer, when you watch it, how many times did she touch the ball? But it's always about soccer. We watch where the ball is, but remember there's always 22 players on the field. And they're always moving in relation to that one object. Same in rugby. But they don't touch the object very often. But when they move, it's critical to allow whatever skill is going to be executed by the person on the ball. And that's what makes all games work. It's always the movement off the ball that you can't see on the TV, which is actually the critical part of what makes the game fun. So again, how do you teach that so that kids start?
This is a diagram of the 4 categories of games. Each game can be broken down into 2 types. The 2 types of games consist of the same primary rule. The fundamental or manipulative movement skills are also the same depending on equipment. So we're playing the castle game here. We have Whitney and Kim playing against each other. We're stopping this progression for the class here. They're starting to show the pattern that we're looking for. We're wanting them to use the 4 R's: read, react, respond, and then recover. So they're not quite shifting across, so Tim is just addressing the class right now and getting Whitney to focus this as everyone else is watching. So Whitney's moved opposite of Tim, so she is in an advantageous hit position to hit the ball back across. So you'll see shortly here they're going to play again. He's also commenting on their base, cover, adjust, and decision making. So they need to have a nice low base to be able to spring side to side to be able to attack the opposing team. As the cube indicated, this is a transition from the one game to the next. This game also touches on the 4 R's, but it also is going to work a lot on their base and recovery. They're going to have to move a lot quicker, so they're going to be more engaged. As you see, Steve wiped out there. He wasn't quite ready for Santa's power. So they're both moving their opponent back forward, so they do have to read and react to their opponent. So if their opponent comes close, where do they go? Do they move forward? Do they move back? They're reading that, but then they also need to keep a decent base and be able to move side to side. So it's going to actually start transferring into their court games once we progress to that shortly. So Dustin's just going to rejoin me on this one. It's not rehearsed. So Dustin, if you notice, what player is moving the most on this court besides Kimmy who's trying to chase down the ball?
Besides Kimmy, Matthew Arnott has got to be moving most out of any of the players in, I'd say, what looks like offense.
It is offense, exactly. When he's moving, what is he creating for his opposing players?
As Matt moves side to side, he creates angles at which his teammates can pass to him. He's also creating space, according to the GPAI 4 tactical awareness components.
Now, as the 3 of them there started tossing it over Kimmy's head, have they just figured out how to win the game?
They either evolved or they're
This
cheating.
is a picture of the basic task progression model, and as seen last class, we could either simplify stuff, refine it, and then we could extend it before applying it in. Building on the last class lesson, we've now progressed along. We're extending the game here, so we are doing the passing and moving. People are in outer channels, moving in and out, so they're moving across while keeping their base decision making, trying to get it to the person in the end zones. Building on the game performance assessment index, we've now moved the passing drill to soccer, so they're having to use their foot skills, which is making it more complicated. and difficult for them. We are noticing by going to this that they're having a harder time providing the angles and making the passing opportunity occur between their partners. So most likely we'll have to go back to the basic tactics model and work on a few things before we can progress to this level.